What is a smallmouth bass and how do you identify one? Smallmouth bass are members of the sunfish family, which gives them similar characteristics to species such as largemouth bass. Although coloration varies with environmental conditions, smallmouth bass are green and mottled with dark vertical bars. These bars are more pronounced in clear and unproductive waters, but appear to be yellowish-brown when in murky water. Smallmouth bass also have bronze streaks on their cheeks, appearing to be radiating from their eye. The name smallmouth bass comes from their relatively small mouth that does not extend past their eye. This species has two dorsal fins that are united, one of which is spinous and the other soft-rayed. The average size of a smallmouth bass is from 12 to 16 inches, but they can range up to 24 inches in quality populations. What is the life history of a smallmouth bass? Smallmouth bass usually spawn in the spring from May to early July when the water temperature reaches the 60 to 70 degree range. Although some nesting sites have been found at depths of 20 feet, the typical nest is in shallow near-shore waters. Smallmouths who live their lives in lakes will usually move into tributaries to spawn if possible. Males are in charge of building and guarding the nest throughout the spawning season. Once at sexual maturation, 3 to 4 years, multiple females will deposit eggs at a single nesting site. Nests can accumulate up to 7,000 eggs. Once the eggs hatch, early season events will determine the survival rates of the population. Smallmouth bass typically live 5 to 7 years, with a small amount of individuals reaching 10 to 20 years. What is a smallmouth bass geographic range? Smallmouth bass can be found in lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. They usually seek out water that is clear and cool and has habitat to hide in such as woody debris. Many smallmouth bass have been introduced into non-native waters for the purpose of recreational fishing. What is the diet of a smallmouth bass? Smallmouth bass diets differ on the size and age of the individual. Larval fish will eating a variety of aquatic invertebrate and zooplankton. When they get a little larger, they will eat bigger invertebrates such as crayfish. Around 1 year old, smallmouths will become mainly piscivorous. They will eat almost any fish small enough to fit in their mouth: darter, minnows, sunfish, a perch, etc. The taxonomy of a smallmouth bass. This video is basically to help you identify a smallmouth bass.